Come on. Hello. Glorious day. As I'm making this, it is Thursday. Don't know what the date is, probably 20th, 21st, something like that. But anyway, they reckon it's going to be the hottest day of the year so far. And actually, it feels lovely. We have a beautiful and glorious blue sky. So it's pretty good so far. Mr. Solar Face. What's not to love, eh? Mr. Solar Face, trees and a blue sky. And somewhere, a black and white dog. He's buggered off. Oh, there he is. I can see him. He never goes too far. So in this little video, I want to talk about, well, two things really, I suppose, but it's the same thing. I was going to say memory, which it is. You know, that's partly why we're having a little chat. But I also want to thank you. I had a number of comments, so thank you for them. But also I had 3 separate messages about the video I did. What did I call it? Oh, a great channel. I don't know if you've seen that one, but it was called, it's called A Great Channel, and it's about a new to me channel by a woman called Thoraya, Thoraya, Thoraya. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. So I was on about that. And she just asks very human questions, very, I suppose, personal and deep at times, but just human questions. So I thought I'd answer a few. In the end, I just answered one. And it was, tell me about something that you wish you hadn't heard. Oh, they're nice. Don't know what they are, but they're nice. Got a bit of a purple colour going on there. Nice. So yeah, I just spoke about a memory, and which wasn't a great memory, but it's a memory. It's something that I wish I hadn't heard. If it was a good memory, then I would have been glad that I did hear it. So I just spoke about that. But I had 3 messages sent to me saying, Bri, are you okay? Well, saying, you know, round about this. Bri, are you okay? You looked a bit down in your video. Maybe I was, I don't know. I didn't really particularly feel down. Bode, don't go too far, love. Hello, look at you. Oh, my boy. Hello. Oh, my boy. Will you go in there? It's only 1 inch deep. Hey, Bode, do you want to put your feet in the water? That's it. Just see what happens. He's always too scared, but go on, just put your feet in. No? Oh, okay, that's all right. We had a look, didn't we? That's brave. So I don't know whether I was down or not, but I was just saying what it was. But thank you very much for that. Yes, I am okay. I'm fine. But one guy in particular, he won't mind me saying, but he said, I think it's a real shame that you're holding on to that memory. I'm not holding on to it. I have memories. We all do. Good, bad or indifferent, we have memories. We have a whole, you know, when you get to a certain age, you have a whole lifetime's worth of memory until such times as sadly you get Alzheimer's or whatever, some sort of brain injury. But until such times, then we've got a whole catalogue of different memories about different things, you know, and ultimately that's what makes us us. And on the back of that, as you know, I live in the now, and I always try to live just now, just today, right now, and this is fine. You know, if my little dog has wound me up and upset me this morning as we got up, not that he did, but if he did, that was this morning when we got up. This is now half an hour later, so this is my now. This is where I live, in my now. But we have a memory, and of course we do tend to think back at times, you know, which is fine. Got no problem with that. You're allowed a memory. I might try to live in the here and now, but I still have a memory. And yeah, lots of my memories are good about certain things, and lots of my memories are not so good about certain things. Much the same as you, if we're honest. So I don't hold on to any one memory about any one person, whether they be good or bad, or anything else. I don't hold on, but I have them. I have a memory. The water is so peaceful. I'm loving it. So I can hear building works. There's a couple of ponds over there, but there's building works in the background. I think they're building some new houses or a new road by the sounds of it. So hopefully we'll keep over to the right hand side so it's not too noisy. But yeah, thank you for your messages. I really do appreciate it. But no, I'm not holding on to anything that's bad or negative. I never do. It is just what it is. It is just part of what has made me me. And there was a number of occasions with my dear old mum, bless her, that I could tell you about. And the reason why I've never discussed it is because it doesn't matter really, ultimately. It's done and dusted. It was then, and I don't live there. I live now. But, you know, my memory is there. And we can have our, you know, our little times of dipping back into our memory. And in fact, we go to our memory more than we think. Bode, come here, my love. There's a car, van. Thank you. Thank you, my little love. I just needed to keep you close because you're not on the lead, that was all. And most of my conversations are dipping into memory, I suppose. Even if it's recent memory. I had my friend Maureen round a couple of days ago, and I said, how did you get on with your appointment last week? So that's going back in time, just last week, you know. Right, Bode, come here, quick, go. No, this way, go, this way. That's it, yeah. Good boy. So of course, most things we do really is memory. If you celebrate somebody's birthday, you celebrate it because you've remembered that this date on this, this particular time, whatever, is somebody's date that you need to contact them. So it's all about memory. In lots of ways, it's about memory. And if we don't remember, it must be bloody awful, you know, to have Alzheimer's or something, when you wake up and you don't know who you are. You're scared of your family or friends when they come to see you because you don't know them. You're not sure where you are in the hospital. You're told it's a hospital, but what's that? Who are these people trying to inject me? Whatever it may be, you know. So we do need a memory. Absolutely. But yeah, to say that it's a shame that you hold on to that memory. I don't hold on to it, but it is there. It is somewhere in the ether, in the back of my mind. Of course it's there. Ah. Wow, this is nice. Yeah, we're full of memories, full of we're just full of things that have made us us. Experiences, adventures, people we meet along our path in life, the dogs we've owned, or rather been blessed to walk alongside. Glorious sunsets that we've seen that we still remember 10 years later. Or the views when you were a child on holiday somewhere or driving, being driven in somebody's car. It's all memory. So last time I was here, this was full of this green weed and rubbish, and sadly it's still the same. Stop licking, man! Look at him, stop licking! I've just told you. Yeah, it looks bloody awful, that. If you remember, probably, I don't know, 10 months ago or whatever, I made a video here and I said I wouldn't want to drink that. Wouldn't want to see anybody else drink it, apart from a politician. I said they're as thick as shit, and if they were with me now, I'd say you can drink from that, you know. It does you no harm, drink as much as you like. Politicians. Yes, I'm all good, but thank you for your concern. You know, it was just a memory. There's I've got a whole host of memories, really, you know. Let's go and sit up this way, I think. He's off. He'll miss me in a minute. Oh no, he's going the other way, that's fine. Hello, my love. Yeah, I'll tell you about a bad memory or two. My mum took quite a while to stand up from her seat, her chair, and to go and answer the door. And I was there one time, and she said, "Oh, do me a favour, get the door, will you?" She could see the door from where she sat. And she said, "It's so-and-so." So I said, "Yeah, all right," one of her friends, you know. So I went and got the door, and next time I was there, she said, "I'll do us a favour, get the door." So I did. "Come here, babe, please, don't go away." And this went on a number of times. And she used to say things like, "Who the bloody hell's that at the door? Get the door for us." So, "Babe, do you want to come here? You come and sit near me." Bode, come here and you can sit near me, come here. That's it, jump up on the couch, that's it. Oh, try again. You funny boy. Do you want to try again? Come on up here. Well, you're just lazy. Go on, I'll help. Ready, steady, go. Up. Oh, you're such a skinny boy. Where's that boy? I just wanted a cuddle. I love you. So I got the door 50 times, maybe 100 times, who knows. I'll do us a favour, bro, let the nurse in, my mum would say, or who's that? Is that the postman? Go and get the door. So I always just got the door. So anyway, the door knocked, and before it knocked, my mum said, "Who the bloody hell's that?" So I said, "Oh, I'll go and have a look." No, she didn't say go and get the door, but I just did. So I said, "I'll go and have a look." Anyway, I went out there, and I said, "All right, mate." And he said, "Oh, hello, I've come to measure up for a potential ramp for my mum, you know." And I said, "Oh, okay, have you already measured?" Because she was talking about that, and he said, "Yeah, we have." He said, "I'm the supervisor, I just need to make sure of a few things, I just need to measure up, only be a minute." I said, "Yeah, that's cool." He got his tape measure out, and I was chatting to him, and he was measuring away, and we stood there having a chat. He wrote some figures down, and he said, "That's all done." He said, "We'll be in touch at some stage." And I said, "How long will this be?" Because my mum's going to ask, you know. And all of a sudden, my mum was behind me, and she said, "Who's that? This is my door," like that. And I said, "Oh, it's okay. It's just," she said, "It's not okay. Don't answer my bloody door." I said, "All right, you're fine, you know." And I went and sat in the lounge. And she was profoundly deaf, and she said, "Who are you?" And he said, "You know, my name's Gary Thomas." And she said, "Who?" And he said, "Gary Thomas." She said, "I can't hear you." And he said, "My name is Gary Thomas. I come to measure." She said, "I don't know what you're on about." And he said, "I'm measuring up your ramp." She said, "Stamps?" He said, "Ramp." He said, "I'm measuring." She said, "I can't hear you." Anyway, he said, oh, well, I'm sorry. He said, I've spoken to your son. And she said, I don't know what you're on about, but we don't want any. So I'm shutting the door, and she shut the door. And then she came in and she started having a go at me, really. I put a quash on it very, very quickly. You know, she just come in and said, don't answer my bloody door in future. I said, that's fine, Mum. I said, you've asked me to answer it 100 times, you know. From now on, I won't. And that's fine, I understand, and I'm sorry. That was that. And then, it must have been 20 minutes. I was drinking me Slurpee. Bode, come here, my love. Where are you now? Where are you now? There you are. And her friend had a little disabled cart thing. Bode, don't lick. And she said, who's that? Oh, it's Jean. Oh, bro, go and let Jean in. And I said, no, I'm not doing that, Mum. You know, I mean, why should I? I just said, no, I'm not going to do that, Mum. Because I won't be spoken to like that. And I didn't say that to her. I just said, no, I'm not going to do that, Mum. And she knew why. And anyway, she struggled to get up, and she made such a palaver of it, even worse than what she was, really. But anyway, she went to the door, and that was fine. But then, you know, it's not a memory that I hold. It's just, now that I think about my mum and what have you, there were several times, you know, sadly in the last couple of years, where my mum probably wasn't very well, and who knows how we'll all be, you know, when we get to a certain age. But she was all there. She didn't have Alzheimer's. She used to do the crossword and 2 papers within about 5 minutes. She was really on the ball all the time. And come on, my friend, where you going? Come on, my little friend, look at him. Come on. No, come on, baby, come on now. Yeah, who knows how we're going to be, you know. But I believe that we can all have off days as well, and we can say things that we don't actually mean, or that we partly mean, or sometimes even that things can be taken the wrong way. I do remember a particular time I just said something to someone, and that person took that the wrong way, and sort of 10 years later that person, and it's a family member, said, you know, I was really hurt, you know, when you said that and the way you said it. And I said, really? I didn't say it like that. And that person said, well, you did. And I said, I don't believe I did, but if I did, then I'm really sorry. And he said, well, that's how it came across. I said, I might have come across in that way. I am forthright in my speech sometimes. I am matter of fact, and I don't suffer fools, so I can be a bit blunt. And if that's offended you, upset you, or whatever, then I am sorry. Come here, Bode, please, but it wasn't meant that way. Come here now. Come here. Right, come here. Bodie, I'm asking you to come here. Thank you. God, you are naughty today. What's going on? Look, just wait here and we'll go in a minute, okay? Yeah, so things can be taken the wrong way, but anyway, you know. And again, I don't hold on to that. If you're going to say I hold on to it, then that's fine. I hold on to as much kind of upsetting memories as I do the memories that make me laugh and memories that fill me full of love. You know, I'll tell you just one other quick story, and this cuts me deep. When my twin nephews were about eight or maybe 9, I was up visiting, the ice cream van came, ding-a-ding-a-ding, and one of my nephews said, Bright, have you ever had a feast? And I said, no, I've never heard of it. What is it? And he said, it's chocolate on the outside with white ice cream and there's nuts on the chocolate. And I said, wow, sounds lovely. And he said, would you like one? And I said, oh, yes, please, thinking his mum, I might have told you this before, thinking his mum had given him some money or whatever. Anyway, he toddled off and he went to the ice cream van and he came back and gave me his feast, and I opened it up and started eating it, and it was lovely. And bless him, he came out, he went in for some reason, he came out and he said, do you like it? And I said, yeah, and he was all smiles and like he'd done something lovely for me, which he had. And he said, do you really? I said, I really do, yeah. I said, the ice cream's soft. He needed to know something, so I said, the ice cream's soft and the chocolate's crunchy and really chocolatey, and I love the nuts. Oh, it's really lovely. And it's, what's it called, a feast? And he said, yeah. And then I looked and he didn't have anything, and I said, where's yours? And he said, I only had enough money for one. God, that cuts me deep every single time. Bless him, bless his heart. I mean, I've made up for it over the years and what have you, obviously, but yeah, how wonderful. But that's a beautiful memory. So we have memories, good, bad, and indifferent. And it, you know, without, who are we? Without a memory, who are we? Anyway, take care of yourself. If you can get outside on this glorious day, then do. Cheers. Be well.